Alright, what's up, guys? Just finished my breakfast. Something got caught in my throat. I didn't update this. It kind of hurts. I need to adjust all this background noise. Alright, let's get the party started. Same setup, schedule as normal. Gonna switch things up. Let's go ahead and just get into it. Didn't really do much charting, but going to keep doing this key watches every morning, and update this every morning. I'm gonna have it a little more organized tomorrow. I'm gonna work on this tonight to have a little better organization on this. But let's go ahead and get started on the economic calendar. Today we have today's the second. Second, we have jobless claims 8:30, so might have some movement there. Factory orders at 10. Mester talks at 1. Mester talks at 1 p.m. So data's out at 8:30, and Mester talks at 1 p.m. I want to switch this up. So let's go and start charting away. Get the party started. Yesterday, I told you guys data comes out at 10. You could tell with data, they took out this 4156 and then just dropped the market. This is on the 2 hour, so it took them a little bit to do that. Let me turn this mic up a little bit more. There we go. Working on getting a new mic so you guys can hear me a lot better. I do not like these headphones at all. Mainly because this cord gets all curled up, even though I sit in the same spot. But right now, ES, we gonna take this out because we broke this 30-minute. This is where we took that little spy short with this base drop. Took that out. Seems like we cannot get above here, but we are consolidating right here. Sorry. But we have that 4135 above, which is a kind of a higher time frame. 4 hour supply where we sold off. I'm going to look at the lower time frames, try to see if it's any different. And then we have a 2 hour. I like to do this just in case we do break in here. And that would be my average down point when we get that down to the 2 hour. And then if you go down to the 1 hour, the 1 hour is up here. So these are kind of like average down points. If we break in here and we don't reject hard, that's when I'm going to start looking to get out. Wow, that quality's horrible. But so ES, we have that 4127, we're kind of consolidating, and then we have that 4 hour supply above. But we still need to hold that 4100. You can tell how we reacted out around that 4100. We dropped pretty hard. We caught bids around like 4070. Had a nice push up. You could tell at 4100 we kind of broke above and retested it, which could have been a great entry for long. So you gotta that's how you play that breakout right here. Sorry. Go like kind of a higher time frame. When we recovered right here, you can tell we broke above it, we retested, we actually held, on a 10-minute, and then we had a huge push up. And then, later in the day, or overnight, this is overnight, so overnight we just consolidated. When Asia closed and Europe opened, we're just slowly creeping up. So we're looking at, sorry, definitely want to watch that overnight low, but also still want to watch this demand below. A lot of key points, a lot of choppiness, straight choppiness, one good move down, one good move up, decent move end of day sell off down. Other than that, we've been pretty slow chop down since, that push to 4,200 where we rejected 4,200. Definitely, if we break below, 4,100 again, we could probably see a little weakness in the market. Same with NQ. I'm going to keep NQ. You could tell when we broke past 12.6. 12.6 right here is when we had a bounce off of it, pretty nice, and then we just showed a lot of weakness. A lot of individual tickers got weak there. Hold on, let me pop out the chat so I can guys watch that chat. If you guys are liking it, if you guys are watching, make sure you guys like it. Need to get more publicity. Let me pop the chat out. But I'll go through it when we finish charting and do this, and then kind of go through and chart this as we go. But sorry, we got that 8:30 data, so let's see. A lot of things are gonna be crazy about that, but definitely watch that 12.6 was key, and that 12.48, which was this pivot right here on the May 31st low. Definitely watch that. We broke once. Let's see what we're gonna happen. We're kind of making this uptrend also. But I like uptrends on futures. Downtrends, you could tell downtrends look they broke it out. People who were chasing at open got destroyed here. They're buying in a supply area, so they got destroyed right there. So that's ESNQ. Let's see what VIX is doing. VIX is at 25.67, kind of creeping up. We're just chilling here. This is kind of making me a little nervous for more upside. For more downside, the more times it hangs around here, the more times it gets weak. The more times it touches it, it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. Kind of making me a little nervous with that to see what, we might see some downside on VIX, which means a little good upside on the market. But technically we invalidated this triangle because we did break below this pivot, but on higher time frames, we didn't hold. So, but let's just move on. Apple 150 consolidation. Kind of got destroyed on Apple yesterday with that. We seem to we opened yesterday right above 150, pushed up. We couldn't break that, or we kind of pushed over that wick here. And then that news came down, got destroyed. You could tell it came up, touched at 150, rejected, came up, touched at 150, rejected. But a lot of people are seeing a kind of head and shoulders. So let's see if this pans out. If we got a head and shoulders, we should go down. But I don't play head and shoulders, because I mean that's not really well defined head and shoulders right there. Oh, I forgot earnings. Earnings we had Chewy, GameStop this morning. We have nobody. After we have CrowdStrike and Lulu, I may or may not take a Nike sympathy play on Lululemon. Not 100% sure. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go, Lulu. Nike and Lulu do move together. We had, look at this push up on March 29th from Lulu earnings, and then we had Nike March 29th, pretty solid gap up. Nike's a lot cheaper. Should it be hit with IV as bad, but may or may not take that with Nike. AMD 100 hold. This thing will hold 100. We basically pushed off 101, 2, 3, 4 times. So is this getting weaker, or or buyers really, really strong there? That's what we have to determine. Looks like we are making higher lows, making lower highs every bounce so far. So that was one bounce, higher low. We had yesterday, AMD came down to 100, and Nvidia came down to 182, which was a big hold for Nvidia, and Tesla was at 734, which was a big pivot here. 734 right there, which is a big pivot. That's when we kind of started pushing up. There's like 3 stocks, Tesla and AMD and Nvidia are all kind of bouncing at the same spots. Those could definitely push the market together. Again, so keep those on watch on those key pivots. But AMD 100, we're kind of just in between 100 and 105. So let's see who's going to win on that one. But also we kind of have like this uptrend from these highs that we may catch some exhaustion. And then we have kind of this wedge bear flag going. Yeah, bear flag because it comes from the top. Up, may continue down. Facebook, we had that 197 break yesterday, right at open, which was pretty solid. We could have taken calls right at open with that break. There's 197. We had we went from 197 to 199, almost 200 off open. That would have been a pretty good open call. Of course, I kind of let the market do its thing at open. And then they had bad news with their COO stepping away. Actually bounced right off that 105, which I think was a previous level I had written, which was that daily 2-day, kind of a 2-day, which I don't like because it's green, but 2-day demand. So Facebook really not looking at with that news. Not sure if they're going to actually buy the dip or just let it dip. Not the biggest fan. I'd like to see, let's try to mark that where it sold off yesterday. Right here. That's probably the only thing I'd play if it comes up here and we are able to sell off again. Microsoft breakthrough daily supply. So we have that daily supply above, which we did almost break through, but we rejected. And we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out 2 days. No real movement. It's just been a slow grind up. Not the best return on your investment on Microsoft. On options, you're kind of just getting killed with premium because there's really no movement. No daily, we're only up. These aren't really the greatest movements up. But we have that daily doji where we had that drop. We based here on that doji and then we had a gap down pretty strong. Nvidia kind of 182 area. Are we going to hold that 182 and can we finally break that 192? 192 we had a double top right here. One tap, two tap. Pretty solid bounce off that 182. I think if it breaks that 182, we're back in this range. We could possibly get down to 168 and then 160 after that. Definitely watch that. Tesla, Tesla's still in a range too. Same thing. Kind of having a little decent downtrend. It's consolidating down just like the whole market. We're just consolidating down. 734 break. I think we head back down to kind of like 700 possibly. We're just going to start ranging where we did before, between 734 and 618. Kind of a big range though. Amazon, I was looking at Amazon. I could have got calls for like 5 and they would have been 100. This is a simple pattern. This is a W. Like this is what market makers do. If you could find this, they have a push down to here to a key level. They push it up. Everyone's expecting it to go bullish, and then they just bring it right back down. So they get liquidity here because everyone gets, oh, we're going back up. Amazon's recovering. They drop it down. Then they sucker everybody who's playing that breakout of that low right here. They get all these either people who got long and put the stop here at 2048, 2050. People who got long right here probably put their stop. Oh, I'm gonna put the stop at the bottom of the candle. Boom, faked out stop hits, liquidity. That's what market makers need. They need liquidity to move the market to fill their orders. And then look, huge push up. But that green, that green area right here is just resistance, resistance, resistance. That's that breakout area. You want to see a lot of spots come back and touch and, test it. And it took a while. It took 2 years, but it took a while. That's what you want to see. The video will do this. I remember playing the video a couple times where it broke out like right here. We had this little downtrend here. This downtrend breakout, on the weekly. We break out, and what do? We come back down, test it, and then we were off to the races. So, breakout levels you always want to keep because you want to watch and have it come down and retest. You could play to the breakout, you could play the breakout, or you could play the retest the breakout. So there's 3 different ways to take breakout. Just go through some other tickers, and then we'll start our list. Just waiting on that economic data. FDX, just keep holding this at a 200 level, but this top part's the exhaustion. We get up here, we reject pretty hard. We get up here, we reject pretty hard. Google, not as strong as Amazon, but had a decent push up with its with its stock split news. Stock split Google on Monday. Same with Amazon. Goldman Sachs, I thought we'd break out from this downtrend. I thought banks would push a little bit with the QT and all that, with TLT and banks being pushed up, but not. We rejected pretty hard, but the whole market kind of rejected. Lucid, I'm still waiting for Lucid to get up to this like 25 area. I'm like watching it. Moderna, just sideways. Netflix, pretty solid rejection yesterday. This daily supply is pretty good. One rejection, 1, 2, 3. So you can play Netflix 3 times on that. Neo, kind of up pre-market. What Asia do? Hang Seng was down 1%. Japan was break even. Europe, oil's down. Good. Oil needs to keep going down. The UK 100's up 0.3%. So they're just kind of following us. Roblox. That pisses me off. That's a good rejection. That was a green. Wasn't that a green day? No, it was a red day. Roblox is weaker though. Oh man, that hit that supply. Here's kind of a good example of fair value gap. I was waiting for Roblox to get down to this 2-day supply right here at 25. You can tell we bounced at 26.33. I'm still waiting for it to come down here, but we have this hour. Fair value gap's just one-sided in the market. So these huge candles, you kind of want to mark these up from kind of the wick from the previous candle to the wick to the previous candle. I'll just do the fibs and just do 0, 1.5 and kind of shade it to whatever I want. And so it's one-sided. So this candle right here, recent volumes, all buying. This is going to be all buying. So what they like to do, especially on SPY, QQQ, I made a whole video about this. They like to usually come down to that 0.5, possibly that 0.618 retracement. We could do fibs too. Then we can pop up that 0.618 right here. Or we're flipped. 0.618. You can tell, I was waiting for this 2-day supply, and what they do, they brought it back, filled in half this candle. So what they do is they fill half this candle in with, it was all buying. Now it's balanced. It's balanced buyers and sellers. Half this candle, which is basically considered bull, but that's a good bounce area. A lot of times when we hit tops in the market, I drop down to a 2-minute, 5-minute. You can see, you go to it. You kind of look for these fair value gaps. There should have been one. Let's see if it's on the 1-minute. Yeah, so we have, when a good sell-off starts, you'll have, you see this huge candle and you have this wick to wick, and then they come up, fill it up, and then drop. So that's the best entry to get right here. I like to say, because, here, you don't know if this is a true sell-off. You kind of wait for it to get to this fair value gap and reject again. If sellers are strong here, they'll try to push past this candle of strong selling. And if they're not able to, they just kind of let the market go. So, sometimes the first move is the most profitable, but the safest one's going to be that second move. So you have that second move down. Boom. Pretty much done charting. Wait for that 8:30. Let's pop up ES and just read some news. Appreciate you guys joining. Definitely hit like. On Twitter, I posted this too. If you guys can retweet or like the tweet. Let's get more people in here. News. Foot Locker, I see the only upgrade, main upgrade. Downgrades, AI, Amba, Chewy, CRM, Dash, Disney, Netflix. So a lot of downgrades. A lot of downgrades are happening. Oh yeah. Forgot SPY 1.3. Hopefully I have this marked up on here. $1.4 billion dark pool print yesterday at 412.79, which I just noticed it today. It was actually 2 days ago. Which was key. This was crazy. Definitely probably a sell because we're holding below. So I don't see us getting past this 1.4 billion. I don't see it, like, unless some crazy news comes out. Jobless claims 200, expected 210. So jobless claims were better. Jobless claims better. So that means there's less jobless claims, so there's more people getting back to work. It's all bullshit. Pardon my French. But that 412.93, basically 413, I can't see us getting above, getting below it. We held pre-market. This is how it usually happens when we have that print. I think we had it at close at the end of the month. So you will usually push the opposite way and then fall through. You can tell resistance, kind of a resistance here. So with it, I just mark it up and kind of keep it on watch. Keep it as a support and resistance. You can't tell if it's a buy or a sell. That's the only problem. So jobless claims were better for the economy. Less jobless claims, so more jobs. So let's go ahead, dead out at 8:30. So Facebook, the CEO, the COO stepped down, so I'm looking possibly a rejection if we're able to recover. A rejection at like 192 to 194. U.S. natural gas rises to a 14-year high. That's crazy. U.S. non-farm private employment. The May job report. Small businesses are getting destroyed. It's sad. You should always support your small business, guys. Your local and small business. Just because McDonald's is local to you doesn't mean it's a local company. I worked at a small independent restaurant for probably like 8 years. So I always look for them small companies. So look what ES is doing. Not really. My buddy's in futures. I think he's playing there short. He was one. Used to just do like wedges and stuff, and just kept asking me questions about supply and demand. Just kept asking. Just ask away. That's the way you guys are gonna learn. Just keep asking. That's the best way to learn. Keep on keep drilling. If you take a play from an analyst, keep drilling. Why you took this play? Shoot them a message. Why you took this play? What's your exit? What's your don't annoy them during market hours, but like after market hours, definitely like send them a DM, be like, can you show me your chart on this and why you took this play? More times than likely, they're going to tell you. They may not tell you their strategy completely and get into it in full depth. Like people ask me about it. I'm like, well, it hit this demand area where we pushed up previously here. We hit this demand area we pushed up previously. I'll say that I'm not going to go into like the whole how to chart supply and demand, but you know, most people will shoot your chart and go into some detail. It's not you versus them. It's us versus the market makers. Oh, I was watching this guy, and this is what he showed, which looked really good. No, that's a ascending triangle. So it might break through. He's saying the double top for breakdown that uptrend, but this is a nice ascending triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should push up, I think. All right, let's look at ES on some supply and demand. We have this 4-hour right here, drop, base, drop, fresh. We haven't hit this one yet. So we do see upside, definitely looking for a short there. You tell just that 4,100 gonna be a key spot we're holding as of now. We break 4,100 and definitely break this 450, 4050. We can see a lot more downside. No, we're probably going back to gonna be testing 4,000. But before we get to that one, we have this. So we have a decent amount of supplies up that haven't been tested. So that's good. We need to keep our, the trend is your friend kind of thing with supply and demand. I'll pop that up on what I'm talking about with trend is your friend. Right here, trend is your friend. So when you're going down, right here, trust supply zones and downtrends and demand zones and uptrends. So if we're going up, you want to see that pull back into a demand and then keep pushing up. If we're going down, the best time to not chase is when we pop up into a supply right here and then continue down. Right now, our trend is short-term down, kind of, well, our trend long-term is down. Right now, we have a midterm up, if that makes sense, but we are consolidating since this high, so we have kind of a downtrend here. But overall, we have that up, down. So let's see what that fib is. So we're able to, just want to use one color, like a brighter white. I can't see these. There we go. See, that 0.236. So it's just fibs from this high to low, and then we're, retrace. We're going to retrace some of these fibs and then continue up. But going back to those fibs, sorry, I got really sidetracked there. So you had just have your swing low to swing high fib. You want to see where we retrace. So I mean, if we get down to that 4,000, definitely can see a nice bounce. If we're going to continue up, because your waves. I'm not big into waves. Your waves are that push up, and we have to keep like 0.618, 0.5 to continue up more. That's usually if we get under that 0.5 and we are in an uptrend. That's kind of I forget what they call it, a good price to buy. People bought up here. Kind of discount down here if we are going to continue up. But let's see what's going to happen. Definitely need to hold that 4,100, of course. I don't see us getting. I don't like this as long because we already hit this, but possible bounce. Main thing is that 4,100. And just go ahead and finish this up. Start ascending triangle. We're looking at something else that looked pretty good. Chewy popped. What did GME do from earnings? Popped up and did not. Okay, really didn't do anything. AMC barely moved with sympathy. Here's SPY. This is what I saw on SPY yesterday. This is where I really mark it up super. Oh, SPY for 12.79 dart pool. This is what I saw on SPY the other day. This is kind of like the low. We had a 4-hour. This 4-hour, we had this nice push up, and then we based right here, and then we have a gap up push. I wish I really had this marked on my chart yesterday, because where did we bounce yesterday? Came down here, touched it, pushed up, but I think amazing for calls. 1.5% move up on that one. But I probably would have gotten out at where I had that SPY puts come in. SPY's up pre-market. Still keeping bias as long-term bearish in the market. A lot of recession talk. All right, let's go ahead and send these notes out. I'm going to take this off Twitter. Oh, this is really cool. I'll pop this up. A lot of people want to compare this market to, oh, wrong one. A lot of people want to compare this market to 2008, and this is like every bear market pullback since 2008. If you want to compare it to 2008, so you can tell if 2008 hits again, we should have went way down here. We didn't. If we hit, we should have went down way there. We didn't. Like you can't compare 2008 to this market. If we hit, if 2008 hits again, we should be at 24. Spot should be under 240. If you want to compare this to 2008, the COVID crash where we crashed hard. We should have hit 150 on SPY if 2008 hit again. 2008 was not compare. I watched The Big Short over the weekend. That thing was crazy on how much manipulation, illegal crap went on in the mortgage. They were just giving away houses, just giving them away because people were getting rich. You can tell. Don't compare. Do not compare 2008 to now because this is not going to happen again, especially on what catalyst we have. We don't have a catalyst. We have Feds tightening and interest rates. That's not a big catalyst. This was COVID lockdowns. Remember they told you not to leave your house for 2 weeks. This was restaurants were closing, places were closing, everything was closing. You had curfews. You weren't allowed to enter places. I didn't go anywhere for like 4 weeks except for work. That was a catalyst. This is not a catalyst. This is just the Fed's getting smart and trying to help inflation. Inflation's high. Inflation's always gonna, oscillate. It's always gonna be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's my little rant. Kind of like I just say they raise rates just to eventually lower them again. It's just like the end of the battle. Raise rates. We hit a recession. They got to lower rates, pump money into the market just to improve the economy, improve the market, give us more stimulus. You know, inflation starts going up, then they got to start slowly decreasing rates, and then we hit a recession again. It's just like an endless battle. There's kind of no middle ground. That's the hard part. Ford's got some news that came out. So yes, it's kind of just chilling, not really doing much, just a lot of up and down, a lot of nothing going on. Yo. Boring. Man, it slows everything down. Was that like 5:03 in the morning? What? Someone manipulated something. Unless someone sold 868. Somebody was buying it back up. All I'm holding is a. Oh, there's a drop. Why won't he talk? Steve. Alright, I'm be right back in 5 minutes, guys. Alright, back. Steve. Oh, that's what's dropping the market. Microsoft. Microsoft revises Q4 guidance for revenue. Hi, Ethan. Come on. Yeah, Microsoft lowered guidance for Q4. And they just dropped $10. What's up? Hmm? Yeah. Microsoft lowered guidance for Q4. They cites unfavorable foreign exchange rate movement in quarter through May. Microsoft's down like $12. I got to put a coffee table on the lawn. All right, I'll be back, guys. Donating my coffee table, so I got to put it on the lawn. Is that Connor? Can you come here, Heather, or no? Can you come here? All right, never mind. I'll just do it.
Oh, on video. Okay.
All right, back. Got rid of coffee table, side table. We put it on buy sell trade for like $20 and no one wanted it. I was like, okay, so we just donated it to some lower income family place. Oh, you can hear me in the background. Yeah, you, 6 stuck. So Ford had good news and then bad news. Yeah, Bitcoin should dump. Bitcoin should dump on that news, right? Bitcoin. It says Microsoft losing money on exchange rates should clearly be a bad news for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going down. I mean, I'm staying bearish till we take out 413. It makes no sense. I think the only one that doesn't have delay is Zoom, but Zoom you have a limit on. I'm not paying for Zoom. You get paper trade now. No. They're adding something else that doesn't even make sense. The stop limit. But now they're doing like stop limit with different contracts or something. It's like, why don't you just do trailing stop losses? OPEC agrees to hike output by 648,000 barrels per day in July. Right, barrels. Jim Cramer says charts look like it's going to be a very nice summer. Oil's starting to go a little bit. Oil, light crude is at 115. OPEC earning. Yeah, OPEC was today. Well, we have the unemployment rate tomorrow, so everything could change. And we retested 4100. Nice. Oh, Tesla's going down. Ford had their last month's sales drop, I think 5%. Do you see that SPY dark pool? The 1.4 billion at 412.93. Yeah, I just saw the video on it. Yeah, it held it pretty well yesterday. I'm bearish till that's taken out. But we do have Lulu earnings after hours. I'm probably going to play Nike Sympathy. On Lululemon earnings, Nike runs with it or runs the same as Lulu. I mean, if Lulu beats and pushes, Nike should go with it. Look at the last earnings. Nike gapped up big because Lulu gapped up. Just be careful. Why would they get rid of this, the drawing sync? What? We're open. Mine's set up. Yeah, oil's pushing. Bye bye. Boeing's up 2%. Up 2%. No, you guys gotta stay and lose some money. Come on. Yeah, they raised output. Damn, you're fine. Suck it to me one more time. Getting the video bouncing right off 182, which was nice. I don't know who that is. Do you want to see my DMs with them? Here, I'll send you my DM. Glitch, what's your other name? Hunter. I'm up $14. I'm done for the day, guys. $14, calling it. We're going green every day this week, this month. I'm up 14. Done. Ford had they're putting a lot of money into a Michigan factory, but they also their car sales were down 5% or something. Well, Tesla's holding a really key spot. Nvidia bounced off a huge area. Well, see, the beef wasn't even with me. That's the main thing. He's one of those people who wanted more money for less work. Good job, Nick. GM, it had earnings. It's like shops going to. I don't get it. Yeah, a lot of people getting shares. Like money motive. What about us? Yeah, Tesla holds 730. It's barely like if you look at Nasdaq on the 2 hour, it's barely making lower lows. I'm up 20% on Facebook puts. Yeses. I'm up 50% on Facebook puts. Yeah, same with if Tesla, like if Nvidia breaks 182 and AMD breaks 100, like those are going down too. What the hell? MACD crossed on the 1 minute. It's going up. Who is it? My kid said vagina. I asked him who is at the door. He said vagina. What the hell? We need the break and hold at 12,500 on NQ. That's gonna be the big one. Oh, I could paper trade now. Okay. So writing it down. Ow. You see, they got rid of like the custom P&L. They don't even. Just got 20% on Tesla puts paper trading. What? Trim, yeah. Take your win. Go eat lunch. Go go get your onion and egg sandwich. Cheese and egg sandwich. Yeah, I should. Why'd I paper trade it? I should have just traded. Yeah. I just gotta erase the paper. I just gotta erase the paper trade and then post on Twitter when I get 1000%. Oh I'm down on my paper trade. Oh, Nvidia hitting supply. Yeah, 12%. Dude, we could make a paper trading Discord. Oh boy. Yep. Yo, my delay is so bad on YouTube. Yeah, Weeble just came out with it. Shit, Royal's up 30 grand today? Think about you do that with like 20-cent contracts and then alert it on Twitter and then sell after $1. Everyone, make sure you guys retweet Royal's tweet. Shit, I'm way down on Tesla now. How do you get your P&L like that, Royal? On paper trading. Oh, performance. Okay. Here's 12,600 on NQ. I just blew my paper trading account. Um, I grabbed spot puts at that top. Look at 2 hour. Look at 2 hour on NQ. That's where I took the top on NQ. Which I'm probably gonna sell the rest here. Not a strong sell. Yeah, ES at 4115. We'll look for rejection. But also we got Tesla coming up on that 780 hard resistance. NVIDIA 192 and AMD 105. Oh, these are hard resistance. Kids. Drop a little bit. Drop a little bit. You see 780 though? It has 780. How many times it's tested that? 182 or 192. Yeah, AMD cannot break 105 either. Lambo. Lambo. It's 20% on SPY. Yep. We actually touched the 0.236 retracement from low to high, swing low to high. Drop. Drop it like it's drop it like it. NQ on your paper trading. You put stops on your paper trading. Someone really stole our freaking coffee table. Oh, bull! I sold. I sold out. I sold out. Oh, they're at 3.2. I sold at 2.6. Wow. It bounced off. NQ bounced off VWAP, so I didn't hold. Shut up. Man, I sold. Oh, well, I stuck to my exit strategy. AMD rejected 105 hard. Yeah, it did. AMD's kind of like controlling the market lately. It's been weird. We push when it bounces off 100. We drop when it bounces off 105. Mm, Yes, yes, Daddy. Damn, they loaded Tesla open. Wow. Yeah, it's getting some popular guy on Twitter is long over the summer on shares. But he's also the one that alerted Amazon calls on Friday that went nuclear. Yeah, like 5 to 100. Is that sarcasm? Well, because he buys like he's one of those that buys 100 and just leaves one for the, the screenshot. Yeah, it's clean in here. Let's keep it that way. I didn't know Brainerd was talking. Yeah, what's up, Alan? Not doing much. Got 2 good plays. Just waiting. Probably end this because I want to kind of clean. Donated some furniture behind me, so I kind of want to organize it back there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this YouTube so I can start doing that and wait for setups. Appreciate you guys.